If you are new, welcome to my channel. It is Deb back again with another video for y'all. So today is going to be a requested video. So today's girl talk video is going to be leveling up without men. So I had a young lady reach out to me on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because you've been missing out on the content or whatever. So on Instagram, I do like little rants and free game for the girls, because most of my audience on any of my social medias are women. So I always want to like give the girls some free game. So yeah, on my Instagram, I have like a little segment called Dish with Day, and I just kind of, you know, talk to them, give them some free game. And so I had made a video on there on Instagram, and this young lady had reached out to me and just asked me to make a video further explaining what I was talking about in that video. So that's what today is going to be talking about, and it's going to be leveling up without men. Now, I don't have any beef with the boys or whatever. I just feel like I'm a firm believer in that you cannot reach, you know, like your full potential, top tier, top shelf self, you know, trying to be like this with a man, like tied at the hip. Like, I just feel like you can't reach that status because you need to separate. Like, you need to be away from him because men are distracting. So before we start this video, I just want to say that I want to challenge you ladies to go 6 months without men, like a fast. Like, think of it like a fast. But yeah, like no men, just focus on yourself and focus on leveling up. So it doesn't really matter when you start, but don't put it off tomorrow. No, start literally today. Like, just start today. 6 months, I promise you, you're gonna see a major difference in your life. Like, you're gonna glow up without men in your life. So let's go ahead and hop into the video of my 10 reasons of, you know, why you need to leave men alone in order to level up. I also have my little handy dandy notepad where I sat and, you know, thought everything out and wrote everything down so that I can give you guys all the information. And yeah, y'all know I like to ramble, so I have to write things down now because I like to talk. But yeah, let's go ahead and start this video with number 1. So number 1 is very obvious, and is that you're gonna have freedom. So without men, you have a lot of freedom. So freedom kind of just goes into every single other aspect in your life, because I feel like, you know, with some men, they try to tell you what to wear or who you can and cannot hang out with, and, you know, like all these different things. And I just feel like you get your freedom back, and you need your freedom in order to level up. I just feel like it's very important for self-growth to have your freedom. So the number 1 thing I'm going to say is freedom, because like you need it. And so with freedom, you form your own independence and your own individualism, and with that, you can definitely invest into yourself. Now, I'm a firm believer in if you look good, then you feel good. But it's not even just talking about, you know, the outside appearance. You can also invest into yourself as far as your knowledge. Knowledge is power. So you can definitely invest into yourself by learning something new. I do enjoy in my free time being able to learn something new. I just feel like it's very rewarding to like further research something that you've been looking into, or just learning something new altogether, reading a book. Invest into your knowledge, okay? You can also invest into your passions. You can also invest into your career. You can also invest into self-care. You can invest in so many different aspects of your life. So that kind of trickles down into my next point, which is prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. So when you're in a relationship or situationship or friends with benefits, whatever you're doing with this man, child, cut it off. But yeah, so when you're dealing with that, I just feel like you don't really prioritize yourself. Like, you may have the intention to, but it kind of just becomes messy and tricky, because as women, like, we have lots of feelings, and I don't know, I just feel like it gets a lot of intertwined. Like, it's not just a straight, it's never just like a straight, you know what I'm saying? It's always like so much commotion and so many things like going on. So I just feel like once you cut that, you literally put yourself first. Everything with you becomes first. And I feel like prioritizing yourself goes a lot into like relationships, because I feel like, you know, when you're in a relationship or something, a lot of the things that you do kind of affect the other person. So I just feel like, for example, your man may not want you to speak to another man, but that man may be a door, or, you know what I'm saying, he has an opportunity for you to further yourself in what you're trying to do. But because your man is being jealous and overprotective or whatever he's feeling towards that other man, he's trying to block you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's blocking that door for you. So I just feel like you need to prioritize yourself. So I just feel like by prioritizing yourself, you're just eliminating all of that extra, and you just never know like what type of opportunity is going to come across you just by prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. And literally, like, it's all about you. It's about you now, because there is no we. You know what I'm saying? You're not like this anymore. So there is no we. It's just you, and what you feel like you need to do for yourself, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I feel like it kind of trickles down into the next thing on my list, which is becoming the best version of yourself and learning how to self-love. This is something that I learned in 2021. I have a whole video on it. I'll have it linked. But yeah, 2021, I really learned how to start to become the best version of myself, because we're always still learning. We're always trying to better ourselves. I think that's the goal. You should be trying to better yourself. But yeah, definitely self-love. I've learned a lot about self-love in 2021. And I just feel like when you remove yourself from men, and kind of detach from that, the world, the relationship, whatever you need to detach. I feel like when you detach from men, I feel like it's clear as day to see like what areas you need to kind of water, if that makes sense. So self-care, like literally self-care can be whatever you feel like it is. Self-care can be very like subjective to a lot of different people. It means different things to different people, just like the word like luxury or whatever. But yeah, definitely trying to become the best version of yourself, like literally working on yourself, and there's no one distracting you or, you know, like putting an obstacle in front of you from working on yourself and doing that work alone. You know what I'm saying? There is shadow work. There's working on your inner child, working on your traumas, healing from your traumas. There's learning more about yourself. Like, it's just a lot that goes into that. And I just feel like when you detach and you have all of this extra time, it goes back, like it pours back into yourself, and literally like your time is for you, like literally for you. So the next thing on my list is that relationships are a time and energy investment. Believe it or not, they are an investment. Like, do you not look back at some of your relationships and think like, wow, I spent a lot of time with this person? Like, it's insane. I can think back to my last relationship. I spent a lot of time booed up, you know what I'm saying, not working on this, putting this off, procrastinating this because I wanted to be booed up and laid up with my man, you know what I'm saying? Or putting things on the back burner, you know what I'm saying? I got an essay that's due by Friday, and I'm putting that off because I want to go hang out with my man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a big investment. And then when you cut it off and you detach, all of that time and energy, it flows back into yourself. I'm saying the same thing over and over because y'all not getting it. Like, the time and the energy that you put into someone else literally pours back into you. And literally that is what you need in order to level up. Like, you need your time and your energy. You have to go hard for yourself to reach all of your goals, whatever goals they may be, big, small. It could be something as simple as starting to work out. It can be as big as I want to start my own company. Like, literally, when you stop investing your time and your energy into a relationship and you put that into yourself, I don't see how you can't go up. Like, I don't see how you can't elevate by pouring into yourself. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how you could not win doing that. So the next thing I'm going to say is saving time and money. Now, I know that as, you know, women and as girls, we get treated more as far as the relationship side. Like, men pay for a lot more things. But I want to say, if you're anything like me, like, I spoils my man. When I have a man and I know that he's spoiling me and he's trying to make me happy and XYZ, I reciprocate. I'm one of those. So during Christmas, I'm going to go hard. For your birthday, I'm going to go hard. But it's like all of that money that I'm spending on him could be coming back into me and my passions and what I need to invest in and what I need to do. Baby, I need a new car. So the money that I'm spending on a man could be putting towards a new car for myself because that's what I need. So definitely saving money is a really, really big thing. And then dates as well. I don't know how you date. Like, I don't know if your significant other pays for everything, but you know, sometimes I just feel like it's okay for women to pay sometimes if he doing right, you know, take him to Red Lobster or whatever, but whatever Beyonce said or whatever. But I just feel like saving money is a really big thing as far as relationships. Relationships are actually really expensive, and I didn't even know that until recently. I kind of just reflected and looked back at it, and I'm like, all them dinner dates, all like, that's a lot. Like, I just feel like it was a lot of spending. It was a lot of this going on. But yeah, so like I said earlier, taking that money and investing into yourself, that's definitely a perk. That's definitely you leveling up, because it's like you're not spending all this money on so-and-so. He want a new pair of shoes and you want to give it to him. No, like, At this point, it's just all of your money goes back to you. Like all of your money stays with yourself because you're only focused on you at the moment. Now this next one is my absolute fave because I literally can't even get over the audacity of men and just the secondhand embarrassment that they cause so many beautiful women at that. Like beautiful women, and y'all be embarrassing them. Like men be embarrassing us. Like I cannot. I be dying like reading some of the things that I read or seeing some of the things that I see, because I want better for you, sis. Like I don't want you to go out sad like that. And literally, like I be dying at some of these situations that men put you in, because men will put you in crazy situations and then try to flip it and say that you crazy. So this is my favorite one. So my favorite one is being at peace. Literally just that, like being at peace. Men, I just feel like men complicate everything. I don't know what it is in their DNA, but it's just very much something, like very much something that just over complicates everything. They're so complicated and so complex. I just can't. And they say it's us, but like literally I feel like we can give you the whole play-by-play book and y'all still just can't do it or won't do it. I mean, so being at peace includes there's no stress. Like we're not arguing about anything, because in relationships, you know, sometimes you bicker about stupid stuff all the time. Like I just remember that, like I'm having a flashback of just bickering about things that literally I don't even know what the issue was, but I just remember like the fighting. Like why are we fighting? So yeah, the stress, I just feel like it's out of the door, out the window, because who want to be stressed? Who got time for that? When you're leveling up, there is no time to be stressed, unless you're stressing about your next move for your next, you know, plan or whatever, so that you can level up. But a man, no. Also with that, I just feel like you don't have any doubts. So literally I've been single for over a year now, and literally I sleep like a baby, knowing, like for sure, 100% sure, I'm not getting cheated on. I'm not getting played. Ain't nobody, you know, saying they going to the gym and hooking up with a girl. Like I don't have none of those issues, because I'm detached from men. Like I don't deal with men. So like I don't have any of those issues. So yeah, it's just very, very peaceful to know that nobody's out there doing you dirty. Now, I wouldn't say, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but any of the men that I've dealt with, I've never really had to deal with like this big, you know, big cheating scandals and all of that. I just feel like, I'm sorry, sis, if you had to deal with that. I'm so sorry. Like men are trash sometimes, and I'm so sorry. But I've never really had to deal with that, but I don't want to. Like social media, the shade room, babe, I be seeing it all. Like I see it and I'm just like, I don't want that. Like I know I don't want that. I don't want it. Because the amount of stress and embarrassment I would feel, like I would just die of embarrassment, like just die. Literally today, I'm only gonna say this just because it's a well-known person. I feel like everybody's gonna understand like what I'm saying by embarrassment. But literally today, me and my mom just had a conversation about the whole Tristan Thomas and Chloe situation, where he literally up and down swore that wasn't his baby, and the DNA results came back and that's definitely his baby, but he swore that wasn't. And then he had to make like a public statement saying that he's sorry to Chloe. Child, like I just can't, the embarrassment, like I'm so embarrassed for her, but that's a whole nother thing. Like I'm just embarrassed. So another reason why you should ditch men and focus on yourself to level up is spouse jealousy. So I've just recently kind of peeped this within men. I didn't really even know that men are like sometimes secretly jealous of women. Didn't know that, but I've definitely like become aware of it recently. And yes, so spouse jealousy is a real thing out here. Like the girls are making money, the girls are making their coins, the girls are unbothered, the girls are, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of like up and coming boss women in the world now. I love to see it. And sadly and unfortunately, men don't like to see it, I guess. Like it's weird to me. Like why would you not want to see your woman like making money? But a lot of men are like, they don't like the fact that their woman makes more than them, or I don't know, I just don't think that they're comfortable with seeing this many like boss women around, which is it's weird for me. Like it's weird for me to even say, because why would you, like I just don't understand, like why would you not? But spouse jealousy is a real thing, and men be jealous of women, not only just because of the fact that, oh, she has more money, or you know, like she carries herself to a certain degree and she requires more, she knows her worth, and she don't want to go to Chipotle for her first date. Like, she don't want to do that. It also trickles into men being upset that pretty girl privilege is a thing. I worked in the club, so like I've literally seen it with my own eyes. There are men that are envious of women because they get things kind of for free, or get things like handed to them because of pretty girl privilege. And I'm just like, are you a hater? Like, are you gonna be a hater all your life? Like, do you want to be one of the girls? Like, do you want to be? Like, I just don't understand, like, why they be so mad about like pretty girl privilege. I'm sorry that you're not a pretty girl and you don't get that type of privilege. Like, I'm just so confused. I'm confused. So the next one is kind of one of my faves, because literally I've been living my best life off of this, and let me tell you, this is no consequences. So when you're not, you know, hooking up with a man, y'all not hooking up, y'all not doing the yeah and all of that. I'm trying to keep it PG for YouTube, but when you guys are not together, there is no room for babies, question mark, because it's like you don't have to ever think. Like, I've been single for a year, and literally so many months out of this year I've never even had to like second guess or think. Like, I just knew my period was coming. Like, I just know I'm not gonna be somebody's baby mama. Like, I just know it, because I don't do it. So if you don't do it, then that can't happen. So it's just like no consequences is everything. And also, not even just babies, but STDs, because just because you're only hooking up with that guy, that don't necessarily mean that he's the only person hooking up with you. So I just feel like there's no room for somebody bringing something back to me, because I'm not even going to you to begin with. So it just eliminates all of those possibilities, which are huge life-changing possibilities. Like getting an STD, that's huge. Like, let's not downplay that. That's huge. And then a baby, that's huge. Let's not downplay that. That's a whole other thing. We just not doing it. We're not just doing it for anybody. Like, no. So this last one that I'm going to give you guys is kind of like in the midst of your journey. Like, you're going to realize this throughout your journey, but I just feel like it needs to be applied like at the end of your leveling up journey. But I don't want to say end, because I just feel like you can never stop leveling up. I just feel like once you reach a certain level, you can reach higher and higher and higher. Anyway, so what I'm gonna say that you begin to notice is that you're going to realize your self-worth during this journey. You're going to realize your self-worth and like just how above it all you really are. And I'm not saying that like in a cocky way, but it's really just like you realize that you deserve better, and a lot of what's out there is not touching what you deserve. So with that being said, I just feel like amongst the journey, you're going to realize what you actually like deserve. It's going to make you realize like everything you actually deserve, and actually everything that you want within a spouse and within a relationship. Like, it's going to make you realize like, yeah, I want that. Like, I want that for myself. So recently I had seen this video on TikTok. I don't know if the girl said it or he just started doing it, but literally her boyfriend gives her flowers every single week, doesn't miss a week, every single week. And I was just like, not saying because I saw that I needed that too, but I just felt like, yeah, like I want a man that gives me flowers like continuously, just because, not because I said it, but because he wants to give me flowers. And I just feel like somewhere in this world, you know, there's 8 billion people out there. There is somebody out there who's gonna want to give me flowers just because. So I don't have to settle for the guys that don't think giving flowers is, it's a lot of guys out there that don't think romantically, like romance is dead. But I just feel like there is somebody out there who values that or respects that and wants to do that for me. Like, he wants to do it for me. So I just feel like within your journey, when you're really taking time to learn about yourself, learn about what you like and don't like, what you want, don't want, during this journey, you're just really going to realize that you deserve more and you deserve better, and that's what you're going to get because you're not going to settle for less. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but if you guys stay to the end, please drop a red heart. That just lets me know that you guys stay to the end if you put the red heart. So give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn that post notification bell on so the next time that I drop a video, girlies, then you will be notified. Also, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram for the Dish with Day segments. They are random. I literally just post them at random times. So follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. And if you want a certain girl talk topic or girl talk video, please let me know down below, and I don't mind making them for you. Love you guys.